Hello, welcome back to my car cave. We have a first today. We're going to do a review of a street car. I don't think I've done a street car on this channel. We focus on mostly F1 and other endurance type racing cars, but thought I'd mix it up a little bit while I wait for some F1 cars to come in or some other racing cars to come in. Today we have a 1/18 scale Koenigsegg Absolute or Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute made by GT Spirit. GT Spirit's a newish company. It's been around for a few years. I think they primarily specialize in resin models. I've only had one of their models before, a street version of the Mercedes CLK convertible, and I think I've since sold it. But yeah, it's a nice looking model. This is kind of an impulse eBay buy, so I don't think the model would have come, mounted this way. It wouldn't have the bubble wrap there. I haven't unpacked it. I literally pulled it out of the box and thought I'd shoot a video. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get this out and let's check out the street car for a change. Okay, now that we got it out of the box, let's go ahead and just do some quick talking about the car. This is the Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. This is their long tail, high speed variant. The other Jesko version is the Attack with the large wing. Usually comes in white. That's the one people are probably more familiar with. Um, I've always been fascinated by these long tail cars, be it McLaren's, the past of the 90s or the Speedtail currently. Bugatti makes some long tail variants of their cars. There's a lot of Le Mans long tail version cars that I've always just kind of liked that design philosophy and style. And so when they have the street versions of it, I think it's pretty cool. Um, don't know lots about this car. It's 3 million plus. I think they're making 100 to 125 of these between the Attack and the Absolute based on orders. I read somewhere there's a $450,000 carbon fiber uh, exterior option if you so desire. Um, the top speed of this is potentially 310 miles an hour from what I read. I think they're doing a test later this year to verify that. It's 1600 horsepower with E85 and like 1280 with regular gasoline. So silly numbers. I cannot understand why on earth anyone needs a car that goes that fast. But taking that aside, it's a technical marvel. The gearbox is something insane that I can't explain. I might drop a link to I think it's Mr.JWW video that goes into detail about this stuff. Anyways, it's these cars are not only aesthetically beautiful in my mind, they're just technical marvels, and therefore the ultra rich, so to speak. But yeah, for me, I'm gonna have one in 1/18 scale. That's where I'm getting mine. So, anyways, let's go ahead and again, I don't know tons about this car, but let's go ahead and talk about the model itself, and we'll talk about what GT Spirit models are like. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the details here. Again, this is a GT Spirit 1/18. They're a resin manufacturer. I was going to suggest they're in the low end, but they're really not. I mean, yes, $100 at discount. Probably retails about 200. So $200, you're in the Spark price zone. So I'm gonna try to keep that in mind when I compare it to other resin type models. Being resin, the front wheels do not turn or spin, but these rear ones do. I don't know why you would have the rear ones spin and the front ones don't. But interesting. We always talk about the resins, generally speaking, do not have moving wheels. But this one has rear moving wheels, so maybe we're 50% of the way there. Super heavy. Like it feels like it's diecast, to be totally frank. And coming in a window box, it's kind of surprising that it's a resin model. Um, but anyways, it looks great. I've always, like I said, kind of like these long tail cars. Um, Now, in terms of quality and that kind of stuff, 3 feet away display looks amazing. Just I think the paintwork looks good. The decaling here, the stripes and all that stuff look great. The wheels look great. But this does have some lacking uh, details. Most notably, the lack of carbon fiber. This front hole splitter absolutely would have been carbon fiber on the real car. These air outlets, also carbon fiber. Pretty sure the wing mirrors, carbon fiber. For sure, this disc, carbon fiber. These front wheels, carbon fiber. Um, yeah, this is a Koenigsegg. Koenigsegg is pretty much all carbon fiber. These rear wings, the trim around the engine, also exposed carbon fiber. So, and then obviously the rear diffuser and all these elements here, certainly all exposed carbon fiber. Um, so that said, that's a little disappointing. I mean, if you're paying 200 bucks, Spark, you're getting all that carbon fiber treatment, tons of photo etch, and an acrylic cover. Uh, that's not the case here. Now, at a discount, I'm going to let it slide because I paid, probably closer to 100 bucks on it. Um, but again, that's definitely kind of a knock on it. In terms of photo etch, you get some photo etch grills here on the corners. Um, there's might be hard to see. There's some photo etch in there. This grill or radiator piece here, there's photo etch there. It's like a circular cutout. Back here, can't tell if this is photo etch. I'm gonna guess it's not. Then you get these nice little. You can see the Jesko logo here and the Absolute. If I can get that in the light, I don't think I can, but I'll take a photo. Um, those are super nice, fragile. I mean, this is just kind of hanging off the rear lip here. Um, nice little tail lights. You get a lot of like little, this nice little edging here. The orange, so you can see it on the bottom of the fin here, on the strakes in the back of the diffuser. So really good details there. You don't get any photo. You should get. I would think this should be photo etch. This is like a black piece of plastic here. I think this air intake should be either empty or some kind of grill in front of it. And I feel like there should be some kind of engine, view here on the real car. I guess the Absolute would have had, or sorry, the Attack would have had the wing mounts here or something. Not sure what's going on there, but and then interior wise, I mean, it's super cool. Koenigsegg's always have these, cool sunroofs, and you can see the stitching on the seat below. It looks great. It is a decal, unlike say DG or some super high-end resin that might have painted stitching in there. This is just a decal, but it serves its purpose. Also, say a DG or a Fonty Art, this would probably have some kind of flocking or texture to the dashboard to represent like Alcantara. And certainly these expose like the air conditioning vents. I think there's some kind of speedometer or G-force gauge that would have been exposed carbon fiber. Uh, so there's little things, but at this level, I can't open any of the parts. His roof doesn't come off like the Fonty art, that kind of stuff. Um, so I don't really care that that's the way they dealt with it in there. But for the money, you probably would have gotten. I mean, Fonty art's that's a totally different price point. So, I think they did a pretty good job here. You get a nice little Jesko decal here. I kind of doubt it's photo etched, probably just a sticker. And then here, can't tell if that's photo. It looks photo etched, but it's hard to tell on the feel here. But overall, I mean, a super nice model. I'm happy with it. Again, I also did not pay full price for it. I would probably buy the Attack one, the white one, unless Auto Art or someone else offers it with opening parts. Um, Despite knowing that I'm probably not going to get the carbon fiber decaling that I think this model deserves and that price point deserves. I like the cars enough that like I might want it in my, enough to have it in my collection anyways. So overall, I think, GT Spirit, really high quality, resin model, lacking in detail, but I think for just general display and viewing, there aren't a lot of companies making this unless you start stepping up to like $400 or $500 range. Um, this is definitely a good representation. I love this color. This model comes in a few other colors, but absolutely in my mind, this is the right color for this car. So yeah, super excited. Impulse buy. May get into more street cars if people are interested. I'll have to refine how I review them, I guess. But let me know. Like I said, I'm not, as a collector, I tend to go back and forth on what I'm collecting and interested in. I'm, through this exercise and making videos and people commenting, I've started to kind of relook at my exotic streetcar collection, and so I may add some more stuff there. If you like it, please let me know. If you want to see more streetcars, please let me know, either from ones I have or maybe I'll purchase some more. Um, yeah, just let me know, and obviously feed the motivation motor, feed the motivation uh, meter, hit like, hit subscribe, put comments in, below on kind of what you guys are interested in seeing is, kind of in between, F1 models and that kind of stuff. So, look forward to branching out a little bit. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and have another video soon.